Hi, folks. We're back again. I just got through watching the news, and Biden, the president-elect, is finally going through a transition, but has not been allowed to do much. He will be president on January 20th, so be sure to watch CNN and his inauguration. We'll see how Trump acts when he gets booted out. This is Biden there. Have back with folks. Biden Bear is going to assist Jim White Star of the West, and he will be hosting with White Star of the West. Ready, Jim? Biden Bear does have a story.
Well, you'll have a story on it there. Hey, honey, can we give you, sir, another cookie bear, huh?
Yeah.
This should be like the, well, physical. Oh, sorry, I can't. Okay. Cookie bear, cookie bear. You like those things?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay. You sit down after.
Oh, okay. Well, I need the bears as props. Try to prove something.
Here's Biden Bear
Which one?
and Carter.
I thought this was Snazzy Bear. This is Biden Bear. That's right. I kissed him last week.
This is Carter.
Oh, okay.
Right here.
So, hi there. Like she said, this one's a problem. This one is, I don't know. He's cool. See, what kind of problem here is that, okay, he's like, okay, we finally decided that, okay. See, Biden Bear, before Biden Bear was Biden Bear, it was like, the woman, because the original bear, Biden Bear, Snazzy Bear, said she was operation because she turned into a he, that's right. And so that's cool. But on top of all, okay, when my brother started out, he was gay, so I went from bears to went to frogs. Yeah, but that's right. We already said that Buddy Bear is transgender. Okay, so Buddy Bear, hold here for a while. This way forward. So here's Bumper Bear. But the cool thing is like, well, I decided to talk by Bear off my toy, so it's like, well, he's the chief, but it's like there's some worried about what kind of wild side. The race began with from Harley. Harley Harley came from West LA. Harley came from Miami, FLA. He striked her way across the USA. She realized he was a she say, yeah, take a while on the wild side. Like some rapper tried to read their song, he failed. It's terrible. I'm not really opposed to rap or hip hop. It's just that it was a terrible artist, musician, whatever. So I do have something important to say. I want to how Archie Bunker's friends always says, "Can you describe Archie Bunker?" Because he's kind of psychotic himself. That's fact. But the problem is that he's so warped. That's a belief stuff. It's untrue indeed. What's the intercon delusions? In other words, it's a dictionary puts a fixed set of false beliefs that won't go away. In this case, this guy, okay, I shouldn't say it because it's confidential, but really, well, he's not gay. What's he doing that? I don't remember the purpose. Oh, that's it. He is Archie, like I said, he's delusional. He's just insisting that my mental, I do have a mental illness, so does Trish. But Barchi, not Barchi, what's his name? Archie, or Jughead as I like to call him. Yeah, so Jughead decided I'm filling out whatever, I have bipolar, and he has to put me in a mental hospital right away. But for me, that is not his job. That's up to a judge. No judge in the country, whatever, I say, what do you want to do? I'll put him in a hospital for a reality, which is what I call Muhammad Ali. My book of Goodbye Work story. Well, going back to the track, whatever. See, this my Archie mistakes a lot of things for some kind of psychotic invention or whatever. But as a matter of fact, he's got all backwards. For one thing, so I'm talking fast now. Now to deliberately slow myself down. That's a symptom of mania. But anyway, that can be treated. It's more treatable than heart disease. Okay, so my mother-in-law died from heart disease, so it's even better odds with over that. So anyway, the problem is that the last time I saw Dr. Peggy, she reduced my Invega. Yes, she reduced it from 4.5 to 3.0. The problem is just that, well, I asked for this because I found the reason why I was swearing my words was that this stuff was doing it. And she really, the problem is that, well, I've been thinking it over, and, well, she, I had a couple of TBIs, so, Francis, traumatic brain injuries. Well, I had surgery over here in this area, but it didn't take anything out of my brain. There's things inside the column. Inside the brain, right before the brain, oh, right inside the brain, inside the skull, and between in the brain, there's these things called subdural. That's the word. Not subdural. Sub. That's the word. No. Subdural membranes. That's right. Well, thank you, honey. So okay. Well, what happened is there was an aneurysm there because I fell down a flight of stairs, and that started bleeding. So, actually, I was in danger of losing my life. So I just needed surgery, but they didn't cut anything out of my brain. All they did was separate the subdural membranes and vascular the blood in between them. So, like I took them 7 hours. And as a matter of fact, it's like, I don't know why. Maybe someone blessing from heaven or whatever. Paula, Jehovah, what do you want to call him or her? You've been shocked with this stuff. Well, that's Cindy Wise, but yeah, I kind of kidnapped her for my life story. Just called Fractals of the Mind. Just all this left of, well, different drafts of sexual teens of it. This story originally called Art, which was novel length, but then some folks, both our agents sent back to me with a note saying, this is far too track oriented for me to possibly use it. So I thought I said, oh, yeah, there's too much stuff from Star Trek in this thing. It's like, the captain's chair, what do you call that resonators? That one, something else. Replicators, what is not poly, beaming down, the translators, something like that. Let's see, that gets back to see, some of these things I'm doing, like not being able to apply to the proper word. I can really see. I think this, yeah, I think this part up here, on the way, she's called a parallel, is like, uh, is controls like, what Noam Chomsky calls universal grammar, or UG. That is that, oh, okay, children too fast, between, let's say, ages of 2 and 3, possibly due to, whatever, yeah, it take a learn memory. I was showing it over to the start. It might take 20 years just to speak. So the fact that you go to speaking like about 1 year, and say, okay, well, that some of grammar is involved in some particular part of the brain, or even interaction with two parts. So why is it? That's not the medication that's doing this. So that, okay, this part up here has been treated. It's been there. In fact, the prognosis is the affection will completely go away. It may take a while, but it won't go away. I'll be restored to normal. But the problem is Their what you call it, cerebral hematoma is like back here on the back of his called his this. You may move off around here. Or I remember. I'm sorry, I'm talking this. Uh, it hits like you may dollar the brainstem and something else, but I forget that term. Oh, okay. So I think that's actually it is. Okay. Last time I saw my neurologist, he said like see, he saw an old MRI. I mean, CAT scan, like that goes back 3 years. Was I fell and hit my head. Well, I don't know how many times since then. But okay, so what I've noticed is that like my balance is going off, and I think like this is happening. Let's spare my words. So, universal parameters. What's it actually saying about that? Okay, and it's a title is UG is kind of stored. Let's see the other one, the minor cerebral hematoma, which they did not operate on, is responsible for much the same things. It's a backup. It's like look at a computer. Okay, if you consider the brain is like a computer, so you have to have backups. So whatever goes on in here, it's a backup and just other things as well. So okay, the first thing I'm gonna do Monday morning is like call my psychiatrist and ask you to please place the dose of whatever and bring it back to where it was before. And at the same time, maybe before I'll I'll make an appointment with my GP for a nerve CAT scan to see if what I say is what is really happening. In case it's this, I don't know how many people in this building know about the surgery and all that like that. Anyway, this guy was a junket, was very eager, and so well, he's delusional. The definition of delusion, which is the dictionary I looked up again, is a big set of false beliefs that won't go away. He said every time we hear something coming, uh, okay, so he has this idea that he personally has to make sure. I mean, a mental hospital for I don't know the reason, but it's stupid and well, it's not true. I mean, the illness is treatable. It's rapid speech is going away in a few days after the dose of whatever is raised again. So for one thing, it's okay. The issues of medical marijuana, which by the way, our state passed a recreational rec, rec, recreational marijuana law too. So, okay, so here's things that I can advise a kind of, this is a fact, but so I see, okay, a while ago, Trish and I got a note from the leasing manager saying that if we were found if I was found with marijuana in the room, I got to be evicted immediately. So what does this guy know? So he seems to think that I'm the only person about it with marijuana. Medical, I mean. Well, he doesn't even know that the law is being changed starting after January, in which case everyone in this building could have marijuana room. So why is this lady who wrote us a note, wanting to tell us that I have to throw my card away, or else if they find me with it, like I'll be at the door immediately. So I think it's all a hoax. As far as I know, the only two people that caught this were this Jughead and Trish and I. So this is ridiculous. I mean, there's no way this possibly could be enforced. So, right? I mean, it's like the DEA has given up on what's it called? Not raising them, jailing or whatever, medical marijuana patients anymore, and recreational because it's like, so this is Archie's problem. I mean, Jughead is so the first thing he imagines, we're the only people in this place who have this stuff, which is ridiculous. It's like most people are Medicaid. So I talked over with someone that is in there. I mean, in Medicaid. Well, so she said that the guy is stupid. Well, I hear he's stupid. The idea is stupid. Because Well, if he's going to do this to me, what's going to happen if he tries this to everyone else? Well, what's the name? Sweet Caroline or whatever. It's going to do this to everyone else. It's like, it has to be a hoax because I haven't heard anyone, you know, kind of, look, I mean, it, this were true. So as soon as they started having, you see the way it was told to us in that letter is that, well, that everyone's going to get these virus, and everyone had to do the same thing. Okay, so what's going to happen if like the train cops or whatever you want to call them, what's it, not put the, but, come in like throw everybody here who have cars out the door with a immediately lock it so we can't go back in. You have to stand around the streets in like sleazy weather because okay, because we're all a bunch of crazy potheads. Is this guy Archie Bunker said so? Like that's very nice. I don't know if that's his name or not, but see, Archie Bunker was this guy on his own TV show for All in the Family, and like this guy, oh wow, Archie, the original Archie Bunker was a bigot, and I think this guy is too. I think he lies about it also. He was way cool though, is that he's never going to get away with this. Okay, here's what's happening, okay? There are all these sycophantic friends, especially when you start the fighting bear power hour. Yeah, they come around and stand around the elevator. And see, they start threatening me. So what happens after that? See, Archie does not notice because he was gone most of the afternoon on Thanksgiving Day. But this is when the whole thing started. Is that, well, Trish and I did like a Bible episode then. So what happens is like, okay, his friends all come together together. Or should I crucify him? Get him out of here. Crucify him? Oh, I don't know. I really don't compare to Jesus Christ or life. So we'll skip back to Christ. I mean, Jesus. Okay. He supposedly rose from the dead. Well, I like 5 times as powerful as this. This is where how much surgery? It's like I died 5 times on the operating table and always came back. So that means like five, five, like 5 times as powerful as the people who eat Christmas God of War. Oh, see, anyway, you are okay. Well, you're the Muslims also accept Jesus as a prophet. Son of Christ, okay? Well, okay, the guy there, this guy rose from there. Okay, well, that is very possible, really. What about God? What's about the Muslim? Wouldn't agree with that. You wouldn't guess that's scientific. And at least as far as the Catholic Church goes, which I was raised in, I say, was there's no, what's it called? There's no, there's no, what was that, honey? There is no, I didn't even forget. There is no, I'm sorry. Hey, honey, what was I talking about? I forgot. I forgot to, it's, whatever is important, but it's important, really. So, that's true. Okay, so, yes, I think the whole thing is a hoax. It is, Trish is always that the crank cops or whatever, they come pounding on the door, grabbing marijuana and throw it on the ground or in the bag, wherever, so they could take it home and smoke it themselves. Because they do that a lot. So that they're going to grab my card, which really, that's illegal. What is the only person taking the card away is the doctor who prescribed it. So he's full of shit to make it short. And so, as I was saying, they can't possibly enforce this thing. Because, well, okay, say, I think that's where I was when I started forgetting where I was. Okay, so yeah. So the thing is that every time, always recently, Trish and I do an Obama chair or an item there. And it's like, well, Thanksgiving, it went too far. She's Tenacious friends would start a riot. They really did start it. So what happens is this big hilltop, top, a big black hilltop, is always over. I bring him down to the left, but on this side of the wall, he's it's like they like to kind of keep secret. So they laddered over the other side of the building. And Archie was gone, so he doesn't know how it happened at all. And I'm glad that this is going to be really mad when you find out about this. So anyway, it's like the helicopter dropped down. They had a SWAT team come around, drop it down. Then they saw people rioting with the rubber bullets and we dragged them all away. They did slice of it. What they're trying to do is like move out Archie and his friends and replace them with people who won't hassle me. Even a bunch of prostitutes and prostitutes. This is cool. This divine warfare, which, by the way, both the FBI and Holy Spirit is like a major investigation. So yeah, so the one thing I just can't his I don't know how to phrase it, but he's gonna get kicked to death. No, that's not him. That's not good. Oh, that's if yeah. Go back to prostitutes and prostitutes. So in my book, The Mind Warfare, it's kind of funny in places and kind of bad in others. Which, by the way, is that when I get older, I see later on the Holmes daughter. Well, I know her. I don't know her well, but she's been hearing about me from my dad for ages. And she likes me. So, what's I saying? Well, that's it, yeah. So it's okay. Even if none of this did happen, and Archie does go through with this shit and get me jailed for no reason, but then she's gonna come here and flush his lights out. Well, I can say that it's a fact because really, well, it's up to her. But her father, Molly, always tried to set my my fights for me. It's okay. This is hilarious. It's cool. It's like okay. There's a guy in the dorms. Like a couple of years before I moved in, next door to Muhammad. Okay, we got into a fight, but she did a terrible thing. I regret it. I have to apologize. See, um, and see, the thing is that I can't handle alcohol. I can't handle weed. So alcohol cracks my mouth up, blows me away, but it's bad stuff. As Timothy Leary once said, why have a bad trip with booze when you could have a good trip on marijuana? So, well, that's just apply to everybody. In his defense, I would say that he's not a big druggie like everyone assumes. Because at one point, I asked him about her. He had like 1,000 ever for me, right? I asked him what was like, oh, it's 200 days. He's like, no, he has a hit of acid per mouth. When he wrote back, he said, in my opinion, the last thing he needs is a hit of acid. He said, this guy's cool. He's apparently, they all make me cool. Well, anyway, hey, what was that, honey? I drifted off on the tangent. See, that's another symptom of bipolar. But, Archie seems to believe that these symptoms of a mental illness are all due to me using weed, which is stupid. None of those things I actually do by weed at all. Like say, okay, this speech, the way it's speeded up, and I'm almost see. I don't think it's due to any medication. I think it's due to maybe when I hit. See, I mean, the major syndrome, whatever, over here, that's being patient is going away. But I really see, I fell down and hit the back of my head. I don't know how many times since that last CAT scan was taken. So my idea is okay. Well, so I mean, it could be acting up again. I'm not sure, but I've noticed it. See, this is an abrupt change, and that's how these subdural memories act. It's it's like I don't know. Well, anyway, it's like that can't possibly be due to marijuana because it doesn't do that for and I've been smoking off and on since I was an undergraduate, like I started regular use around let's say 1976 and kept using for like 4 years before a bunch of bad things happened and I couldn't get a hold of it anymore. So what happened? I need more eye surgery, for example. Because well, that's how good I put, for marijuana is good for people. People with glaucoma. So see, the eye doctor is like, well, see, he knows this, but really, okay, it's his measurements is either, but the right eye is high, like around, say, uh, around 17, 15, but he wants to keep it below 12. So adding all kinds of guys in my eye, almost drops, well, always drops, except for the pill I take, I don't know how many drops are, 6 or 7 or 8. I lost John, like, nutritional, keeps track of that for me. In fact, you better drop faster. That's just, well, I don't really remember. I could, if I thought about it, I would probably list them all. Anyway, that's not important because, okay, the idea is that, okay, the thing is, what's going on in your area? That's why okay, look at that. It's down to 4. Okay, that is dangerously low. So I'm on the same medication a lot. So this doctor changed it. I was on the same stuff when I came down here to where I presently live. And so it's always running like twice as high as that water. So, okay. Then all of a sudden, now that I began using medical marijuana again, is that, okay, well, you have to get the laundry done. Well,
I ain't here then.
well, I have less to go. Just take back the laundry. Don't keep talking. How does that sound?
Okay.
Oh, thank you, honey. Hey, when you get back home, give you another cookie back home. So, okay, well, that's that. Oh yeah, medical marijuana. See, 4, half of what it was before. While I was using these drops and that pill, uh, back when I came down here. So, 4. That's 2 rows. So, what's happening is that this doctor keeps pulling the medicines from my left eye, my left eye. So, it's going to bring the pressure back up. Now, this stuff is powerful. So it has the power of the pick, which, by the way, that's something, what's it, Ted, not Ted, what's his name? Oh, yeah, Timothy Leary. Well, we had names like, to him, he was like, I nicknamed him, because I could see like this one. Well, I did it time to stuff, he for me, nicknamed him. So that's cool. Well, I'm not quite kind of quit tobacco or a long time ago. So his name's like, nicknamed him. That's cool. So, oh, that's what was, yeah, I said, yeah, I went down to California on the back of like the Invisible Hog. It's like a superpowered motorcycle. It's tall, really. It's got like a big, I don't know what, uh, uranium rods in there and some lead for heat shielding. And it's like, that's cool. Because the great thing about Bungle Fury actually is, first name is Brian. So he's Brian Fury. All his friends call him Bungle. I don't know why. I just used to play the bongo drums or something. Yeah, this guy is great. So, yeah, so I'd like to take with you place. I think I told you about this a week ago, but yeah, it's an atomic bomb. I don't know what happened. I do know what happened to it. Yeah, I took it home. And I was saying, Bungle and Brian Fury, going, I see, that was a neat machine, way cool or whatever. Yeah, it's like, well, see, being an atomic bomb, it has the most power to to get you high. Because like 420 grams in like this huge ball. I think it's makes a bad term, right? That's how powerful an atomic bomb is. So right? These two things like a hookup. So remember when people forget why it was inside. You would hit the lever and on the switch lever, it's like, oh, so you got a sort of 420, let's go say acid, 420 grams of marijuana. All of us dropped. This is wild. I mean, it's real well, spell, whatever. So that's why it's real atomic. So I had something else to say, but now I forget. Okay, so yeah, so Brian Fury drove me home, and okay, The thing is that back there, there's this gay bar called the Flaming Flamingo. Okay, and it's like right now I'm working on this thing to like, but one girl needs to with their eyes and it should be raised. I think it's just like you should be condemned because that's how bad the conditions are, with or without Robert. He's just hospital death now, but okay. So what was I saying? Oh, yeah, let me think. So it's like, yeah, the building should be raised. What would you see? There's a great rap song. It's all about it. It's about the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. So I think once the building is raised, we should put like a Pizza Hut over here and a Taco Bell over here. In the middle, we're going to brand new Flaming Flamingo. Well, okay. See, that pisses a lot of people in this building off because I guess they don't realize that gay people are right. Now, I'm not saying whether or not I'm gay, the problem is that, well, I think gay people should have a right to be the way they are, and really, it's like Supreme Court just decided. Oh, I did. The Supreme Court just said, really, well, they took a look at the law, and they said, I read back, you ain't gonna lose my concentration. Well, it said somebody wrote an atomic bomb. Let's move on to something else, okay? I forgot what I was going to say. So, well, with or without an atomic bomb, the studies manager told all this said, okay, you can't smoke in your rooms. You can't use a vibrator on your vaporizer. Vibrators on your vibrators. Vibrators, well, they're cool too. I bet you this actually one guy is coming and steal pieces of what's called vibrators, vibrator, whatever. So, because he burglarized my apartment a while ago. And the thing is, well, he admitted this twice outside my door when he thought I was asleep. And he said, well, he's the one who did it. And by the way, he's also the jerk who keeps busting the front door. Because that's his thing with it. It's really, I don't know why he did, but this is another thing I heard him say. He said, oh, what was this? No, I forget. Anyway, so, anyway, so, behind, I mean, so, yeah, so anyway, this attempt to evict me, Lloyd, mostly on our chief's concern is that, see, I don't think anyone in the building who got these letters at all. Archie tried to explain is okay, they're still going to be sent. Actually, they won't. Just for one thing, well, okay, this guy, Archie, is interfering with a major investigation by both the FBI and Homeland Security. And he keeps this up. Kevin does too. Well, then they're both, well, Kevin's going to get fired, and Archie's going to have a mental hospital, with or without his consent. So, okay, so I got the problem solved. But I made a big mistake on Wednesday because I thought, what they want. We obviously, we loves calling the White House. Because, okay, that's what it's on. They kicked out all the black people. So it's, what's called honkies, if you want to call white people that. She's like, oh, I don't mind. I don't know how they would either. But look at that, my baby. Yes, I know. Well, I was going to say something about honkies. Oh, yeah, it's, anyway, they were saying, what was it? Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I remember, okay, so this kid in the garden, I saw him, and I will get it. I made fun of his Jewish ancestors. So I'm really sorry about that. But I guess Muhammad Ali didn't cure and didn't agree. But so he's on his backyard once. I overheard it. You know what he said? He said, I heard about how um, Jim Bauer threatened to break the nose of so and so. I won't give out the name. But if so and so ever comes in anywhere near me, I'll break every bone in his body. You'll see. That's all you play. He's always selling my fights. And it's like, okay, whether or not this is true. See, when I finished up my red papers and stuff, my 4th-year partial, okay, this guy named Bozo King, yeah, it's not his real name, but that's the same initial, PK, like, Robbie, not yet, I see, starts dropping acid for the first time. So I'm going to say, that wasn't working, so I took 4 hits at once. But by that time, I realized it was working. So then, what's the name? The bottle came. Opened door. It's on like a bottle of vodka and so on. And said, you want to get drunk? Well, I didn't know. I said, there's been no, there's been no violence among Amerindians, census I like to call them, or with American Indians. There's been no violence there, except for when we were drunk. So I knew damn well it wouldn't mix, but someone who's that wasted or stoned or whatever, you can talk them into doing anything. So yeah, so I drank the water that bottle, basically, or a fifth, whatever. It was okay. So that had disaster consequence. So what all do you do? He sent the black fence around to like beat up on all of these people who did that. I'm kind of grateful for him for that because he kind of, like I said, he set my fight for it. At the time, all right, I mean, LSD is illegal, and so, well, he didn't care. See, the thing is, I couldn't go to the cops because it's like I get arrested. So, see, that's where all he, I feeling it is like I'm a powerful man, strong. So you got like all my enemies stuff. Well, he's on a jihad, but well, it doesn't matter. It's like just because a friend to it. Really, well, he really did once. Well, he didn't declare himself. He went to Farrakhan, the leader of the Nation of Islam, and they both did. So, well, they both started jihad against all my enemies. That was jihad does not really mean holy war. The Irish translation is more like was peace or actually it means surrender to the will of God. That's Islam. The point is that okay. Um, uh, what was I saying? And that's about it for that. So, I well, turn there's all the Krish now. But that's not going to but yeah, for my writing, was I'm going to need help because it's like I need a good secretary. You know, like 420 words a minute. I don't know if that's possible. And she'd be like a top for a secretary. Well, because if I so train it out before someone showed up, you could actually do that. So, yeah, I came back to prostitutes and investors. Behind better term, but prostitute is a lesbian prostitute. See, prostitutes all over are like bringing up this thing. What's it called? A union. To get them from like evil, not what they call evil, not Johns, pimps, or to get their working conditions. So that's all they want. So the other thing is just like I think they're going to try to legalize prostitution in the state. Because look, a lot of have been coconut water. We already have casinos. So why don't you just do like Nevada, make everything free or legal or whatever, and just enjoy yourself. So like it's well, personally, I never do anything with a prostitute. I mean, sex with them. Really, and well, so, but the point is that I nonetheless support gay rights for all. Because, if you look it up, if you look up Jim Bauer and the Black Panthers, one of the first pages that shows up is titled, the Black Panthers support gay, lesbian, and cross-dresser rights. So what's going to happen? If not only are you this guy on here, not only you guys have, say, the Nation of Islam, hit the kick in the ass, there's also other places like I just forgot. Anyway, so, well, really, I find is that, okay, and this, I mean, between, what was his name, Archie, who, like, blabbers everywhere, things are classified, well, and this, felon wants to evict it with, that's not going to happen. This, like, if they try, then, if they even begin to try, then what's going to happen? Either her boss is going to fire her, and Archie's going to put him in the hospital, he's going to move out of here because I've had enough of this shit. If that doesn't come well, then I'll restrain order against him because really, because he deserves it. Because he's been hassling me for several months. Anyways, pretends he for his really cool is that well, they last foot, Friday last week, when I was going out to get some good weed, he came up, he standing by her and he said, "Did you get that letter from Carolyn?" And he said, "No." So what's going on to everyone? And I said, "Well, this is not true. This if everyone got this letter, we would have heard about it now." So anyway, so I continue, I get back. I said, "Hey, what are you going to do when marijuana's legal everywhere?" Well, see, it's not legal nationally, but then what's her name? The new vice president, Kamala Harris, she's working on it. And the bill in the Senate that would decriminalize marijuana could even come up this year. So once more, this guy is full of shit. For nothing, besides him being full of shit. I suppose, well, he's an asshole, but so so getting back to Burberry. Well, okay. Well, see, the thing is that what happened is, well, it's like, see, how to see, the next one, this all covered on July 19th, because I got it memorized. So when I woke up the next day, I was going to take a few hits of it off my vibrator, I mean, vaporizer, and get blown away. But it tastes like pipe tobacco. And I took that back, it tastes like coffee. So I figured all you did was put your some pipe tobacco and coffee and vaporizer. Um, I was going to show it to Chris, but I was calling upside down, being live, so that we don't know what was in there. This guy also, ripped off just a gram, but I forget what the strain was. How he did was he took it back to his room, dumped out all the real thing. I don't know what he did with it. I give it to him maybe next door, but maybe not. But you know what he does this crap is he's Mormon. So well, I think that I respect people. So I just have trouble pronouncing that due to my TBI. See, I sometimes get words mixed up. Universe grammar. So okay, that was a mix up. Well, so so I don't know what I said. I mean, this guy's thorough, but and swimming around both what's that, the FBI, the DHS, and I don't know who else. He's like, there's a fraction big investigation going on. You don't want to try to stop it by keeping me out here. I should see like Carolyn for the if you have a card, you can be evicted immediately. Well, time in time to pick up your clothes when when you what we call the things you have, and so that's cruel and unusual punishment. And for the matter, it's like it's been 10 years since anyone was arrested for medical marijuana in this state. And so, okay, you'll have to continue, sorry. So I told him, Archie, well, what are you going to do when marijuana is legal everywhere? He said, we'll see. So I said, well, he's a drunken asshole then. He's stupid. He never pays attention to the news because he says, was it? Oh, the lady next door said, was it hurts your nose? Well, I don't care about that. But this guy, so he never watches the news because he says they say the same thing over and over again. So he did not even know marijuana is being legalized here. So for that matter, I think the new government should support and if to like legalize sex workers, like they should be called. So well, that's good because they bring a lot of money into the economy. And look how much money we're going to make when those what the recreational drug comes through. It should be by the end of January. Yeah, and it's going to what was it? Well, anyway, yeah. So there's nothing you can do about it. But for one thing, if they're back off, what's it? You get out here, they're not by what's called the housing authority cops, by both the Homeland Security and what is the one? The FBI. So I think if he does not decide both of them, well, I think Kevin, the best thing to do would be similar to have a fire. Then she'll have to go away. It's okay. Well, I will have a hear later. But see, the thing is, okay, so this investigator, being of a terrorist group, well, he's would desperately need to uh, stop it. That means he should stop let's move out of here. Because, okay, well, so say, um, But yeah, the first topic is he was helped because I don't know what to do with him, but pretty nasty. So yeah, so yeah, so again, I had to yeah, Frogger. This is a Frogger. What is this Frogger? So yeah, so anyway, so okay, so Blind Bear is a transgender, a lesbian who a transgender lesbian who came around. So Snazzy Bear, as he was originally called, or Frogger. I think she would beat this guy up. He's just like, so she's Robert Upson. She had a sex change operation to turn into a woman. Then when she turned into a woman, she became a transgender lesbian. That's okay with me. I don't care if someone's transgender. That's not so cool. In fact, okay, at one point, okay, why there was still this today's classified. Right, all this information this guy is classified. He is classified. He doesn't know that. Because I think he's gonna awful people mad at him. Same thing goes for Caroline. So I don't want to. I don't want to never touch that woman again physically, unless I have to physically. I'm so fucking bad that I'm gonna blow up and say something stupid. This is what this Archibald said. Right? It's like he deliberately makes me blow up, so he can laugh at me. Getting it laughing well. Okay, so yeah, getting back to this big investigation, it's like one of the most important ones in history because okay, whatever this group is doing, I can tell you that. Well, I know what they're doing, but I can tell you that it's gonna be 9/11 like a firecracker next to an atomic bomb. So what's this going to happen? Well, if Archie doesn't not go out and get an atomic bomb himself, then he's in trouble. So that's about it for me, honey. I want.
Okay, then.
Yes, I'm done. Here, we have to have another cookie there. How do you do that? Then you take it. So where are you, honey? Oh, fun. Oh, yeah. Let's give a nice big job to you. Ah, oh, oh, Booby Barrel. Yeah, we're doing this exercise to do Booby Barrel. Okay, it's getting late. Have a good one. Okay. Oh,
Okay, folks. Now, I hope you enjoyed my boyfriend's talk today. Hopefully you understood it well enough. And I hope that if you guys like us, that you'll give us a thumbs up. Because if you know what a thumbs up is, it means you like us. Thumbs up is that little picture with the thumb sticking up. And we could use a couple of those. Because I don't think you guys understand what that is. And if you do, that means you can help us out. We need your support. This is a reality show. And also, I'm just going to say that I think every couple, whether they're boy girl, boy boy, girl girl, or father daughter, or son and daughter, or even mother and son and mother and daughter, should give each other a Pookie Bear hug, jump up, hug each other, and sway back and forth and say, "Aw, Pookie Bear hug." Well, you don't want to do that to mother. And Jim says there's a booby bear hug too. And that's where you just squeeze the boobs. Okay, say your prayers for Joe Biden that he has a smooth transition into his new presidency. Okay, because he will be president and not vice president anymore. Okay, have a nice New Year's and Christmas. We'll see you soon.